Now I'm talking about Mo, Deuce, Maul, fathers, brothers, OGs, back to school, books, is they fault. Epi 67 though.
What up? How y'all doing?
Doing all right, man. Can't complain, bro. Can't complain. Um, like I said, I wanted to talk about back to school. They back to school yet?
They go back Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back on the 22nd. When
Ours was 19.
when is that? That's a Wednesday. Yeah, and mine go back.
Why they always go back on the come in day? You know?
Yeah, but it ain't after Labor Day like it used to be. Was that a thing in Cali? Is that a thing in Cali also? Did y'all go after Labor Day back in the day?
Yeah, when I was in elementary school and stuff, we used to go back to school after Labor Day, and we would legit have like 2.5, 3 months of summer break.
Yeah, legit.
That was a long ass summer break. This summer break was like, it felt like it was like 6, 7 weeks, and it was like back to school.
Back to school. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, which is cool.
We also didn't have to just go to school on computers and shit from home and shit for a year. I guess that's why they're getting back. Get your ass back up in here. You had a year off last year.
Yeah, my boy actually goes back to in-person school this year. He's been out for 2 years.
Oh, really? Okay. And mine wasn't. She was only out for 1 year?
Yeah, she was only out for 1 year. They didn't offer because when they had everybody go to virtual learning for that first year, the second year California stopped distance learning. So everybody had to go back to school. But in my area, they actually launched a virtual school. Like once COVID hit, they had already launched like a virtual school. So I enrolled Jaden into the virtual school, but Monty had to go to regular school. Plus, she had started high school, so they didn't offer virtual school for ninth grade.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, that was what I wanted the convo to be about on some back to school type shit. But that's all the homework I did. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to talk about as far as them going back to school.
This cat.
You know what I'm saying?
So back to school. Next subject.
Yeah, they're going back to school and fuck back to school. They should have been going to school. They should go to school all year round now. That I ain't in school.
You think that's an actual thing? Like that would actually be a good.
I ain't in school. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Take your ass to school. You need to do something anyway. I don't mind.
Some school districts out here do that.
You said what?
Some school districts out here actually do that. They only get like 2-week breaks. Yeah, they get like multiple like every 3 months. Breaks. Yeah, something like that. Which is, I think that's better.
Yeah,
I think that's 2 weeks every 3 months. Yeah, keep them getting burnt out. Yeah. That motherfucker. Man, this shit seems long as fuck. I can't wait till we go to something.
And whatever the opposite of burnt out is, that whole little gap, you just forgetting everything. You know, spend half a year to reset. Yeah. Shit.
You blink out. You burnt out, then you blink out.
Yeah, this year, like I'm about to enroll my boy in some kind of like after school kind of learning programs. So so for next summer, he's going to be doing that over the summer too, like 2 days a week. I told him I got to make him competitive, man.
Yeah. Either of them do sports or any other extracurriculars?
Nah, Imani does color guard.
Okay.
Yeah, she does color guard. Jaden doesn't do any sports, but I'm probably going to put him in UFC. And he'll do that like on the weekend, and he skateboards and stuff. But I want him to get in the UFC though, to learn how to fight.
Does he already I guess got some type of martial arts or boxing under him or nothing? Okay.
Nah, man. Gotta toughen him up.
Okay.
My thing is I want to make him like a gentleman warrior scholar. You know, I want him to be smart. I want him to be able to defend himself, and I want him to be a good, decent man. You know.
Well, UFC might not be the way then.
I mean, martial arts is really good. It's just the UFC gym. Yeah, UFC is different. UFC is a little.
That's what I'm saying. You might beat more the sense out of it than get them.
I used to like be against UFC because I was like a real kind of traditionalist as far as martial arts. I was like, that shit ain't no martial art. All you do is just take everybody to the ground all the time. It's just Brazilian jiu-jitsu half of it, you know, but it's grown a lot.
So far as
like-
styles and stuff?
As far as styles, like now, at first, when UFC first got big, all anybody ever did was just go to the ground.
Yeah.
It was like
try
a
to
mix
knock
of
you out
wrestling.
with the hands.
Yeah,
Fight your
but
shit
it
off
wasn't
and
even.
try to hit you with the hand.
It wasn't even like really good boxing skills. They would always say like, "Oh, he's a good striker." I'm like, some wild ass swings just so they can get you to the ground. Ain't no boxer. But like now, like cats got hands, cats got ground game, cats got legs. Like people like all around really good fighters.
You watching UFC from the beginning? You ever seen in its inception?
Yeah.
There was a time when there's no rules.
Yeah.
Like no weight classes, no size difference.
No weight classes.
None of that shit mattered.
They have a lot.
You want to fight a cat? This is what you do.
They have a lot fewer weight classes than boxing, though, correct?
Nah, it's about the same amount of weight classes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's you know, it's like the fear
It's a
of
business.
you being outweighed, you pretty much gonna lose. But
Yeah.
because the UFC initially started like it was a street fight. Like that's why I got into it. Because this is how most street fights end up anyway.
On the
Yep.
ground.
Niggas be standing like this before you know that everybody on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And that's a street fight, right? You know what I'm saying? Where
Pretty much.
martial arts is saying that shit tradition.
Yeah.
It's uniform.
And it's funny
You
because you got the opportunity to see what a street fighting dude would do against martial art dude too. So
and that was more of the mix of styles and weights and sizes. Like I seen one time this big ass dude, he had to be like motherfucker 6'7", 390, right? And he fought this little ass dude, but the little dude was a snack type. And he jumped on the back of his head and beat him in the back of his head and shit. The big dude went down and he won the fight. Okay? But like yo, that's how that shit first started. Like UFC was crazy as shit when it first started. The only way you can see it on VHS tapes and shit.
Yep.
It's like smack DVDs and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was underground.
The only way they came around, you had to catch the dude who came around with the Joe truck full of the bitch.
Yep.
What a time to be alive, boy. Smack DVD.
I think we grew up in the best era.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It was because it was in the mix.
Yeah.
It was outside, but some of the indoor stuff was starting to pop up also. You know
Just over the crack shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't killing like it was, you know what I'm saying? But we just got into just out of everything, just getting into everything, just getting to the internet shit, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop was just jumping off, you know what I'm saying? It was still young and pure, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just pure. I mean, even the coke, I guess.
Oh, damn. Dude, have you ever seen when they do like the best years in hip hop? When they go into the 90s, like the mid to late 90s, like the years would have like 5 classics in their year, 7 classics in their year. Like it'd be like Nas, Wu-Tang, Tupac album, Outkast, UGK, like it'll be like classic albums all the way across.
Yeah. But like I said, almost the whole that from like 92 to like 98, 99, it was just every single year, like at least 7, 8 of them. Roots joints snuck up in there, like all them joints, man. That was like that was music was better. We always said basketball was better.
Yeah.
I guess with football.
Football too.
Football because you was hitting.
Yeah, they actually smacked Barry Sanders was in the motherfucking league. You know what I'm saying? You had Deion, Barry, the best.
Ain't that your dude, Mo?
Who? Deion? Barry.
No, Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course, it had something to do with my mom being a Dallas fan and we hate Nima Smith. But yeah, Barry was that motherfucker.
Oh, you see George Wallace jump?
Fuck Will Smith.
Fuck all the Smiths. I don't like Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
I don't like Stephen A. Smith. Oh, yeah. Fuck Willow.
Weird ass nigga. What sparked it though? I don't see what happened. I don't see what happened before.
Smith, Apple.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't see what happened before. Like, what spawned it though? I didn't.
Nah, because he was mad about Will Smith smacking Chris. You know,
Okay.
comedians sticking together and shit. Like, this nigga ain't he a rapper slash actor. He a comedian. You gonna smack a comedian. I got some shit to say too, then smack me. That's how everybody feeling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How you feel about that? You agree?
With what?
Man, I guess the whole topic. I don't want to say it like I feel like niggas should be able to go up and slap motherfuckers. And I guess somewhere in between the whole not freedom of speech, but if you're a comedian, like you have to watch your tongue more, or
That's why I feel like we grew up in the best era. Because it was a time when you would say what you want. Don't mean I won't smack you in your damn face. So We'll take it from where it goes. You say what you want, I smack you. We'll see where it goes after that. You know what I'm saying?
You terms we agree to?
Now, have you heard Summertime all year?
No.
Nope, I haven't heard it at all.
Will Smith joint. You ain't heard it all summer.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh, that's the radio. Yeah,
You
damn.
ain't heard Summertime. You ain't even wanted to play the motherfucker.
Damn, I ain't even. Damn.
You ain't heard that shit all summer, then you canceled the shit out of it.
That's one of my favorite songs, though. That song fire.
Yeah, it's classic, dog. Especially when you find out he I guess he pioneered all that after Rakim, because at one point they thought Rakim wrote the joint.
Yeah.
He was inspired by Rakim.
It sounded like it.
Yeah,
Here it
and
is,
then when you go back,
slightly transformed. That's Rakim, bud.
I'm back. I didn't know what it was.
hell yeah, that shit was, yeah.
That was
Like
fire,
I said,
though.
that book, like I ain't finished it. I don't know if Slap had something to do with it. I can't say myself. But that book is enlightening and very interesting, dog. Like, it really is. And then with him reading it, narrating it, it makes it even a lot better. You Audible or physical book?
He ain't doing like
Jay
Jay
Prince?
Prince.
No, man, they can't read, man.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here, dog.
I had got the vacuum, and the vacuum was loud. The vacuum was real loud.
Yeah, he always messed up the entire book, but when he was dropping gems, the entire time.
Definitely gems everywhere.
It is crazy, like,
But
man.
he cannot say vacuum to save his life.
He was struggling, man.
Struggling for that vacuum.
Oh, man. But yeah, I'm about to ask Paul, Audible or physical books? You still have me in the books, go to your library, right?
I'm an old dude. I'm physical books, but I need to be an Audible type cat because I rarely get time to like sit down, but I might be able to do get on a treadmill and do an Audible or something like that.
Yeah.
So I may try that and see if I retain it, because I don't know if I'm going to retain the information the same, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even think about it. That's true, because yeah, that's true. But Ways of the Superior Man, when you suggested that, I got that through Audible. And I guess bits and parts, I think I do retain more when I'm reading a physical book. I never even thought about that part, dog.
Yeah.
It's no like, when you're reading and you feel like you didn't get something, you go back to that line.
Yeah.
Audible, you just
keep going.
Yeah, you try to get to the end kind of. Okay.
I
am. I mean, but we're not, my man. Well, Audible is usually when I get novels and shit, and stories.
Yeah, stories.
Or Audible, but like books, I got information, a documentary, or books for every black man, and that whole little library situation. That's physical books. You know what I mean? But then it comes down to the fact that I don't really have the time. Well, I guess I guess I do have the time. I'm doing other shit. But it's kind of hard to find the time. I'll put it that way.
It really is hard. I think if you don't, if it's hard to sit down, I think an Audible is better than anything else, man. It's like if you on the road a lot driving, you could put on an Audible and go through a whole book in like a cross country trip, or you go from like shit. If I was driving to LA, I could probably go through a whole book, you know. And like now, I'll be like, damn, I've listened, I've absorbed this whole book. You know, certain books are probably better. I bet you could do a storybook like a novel, and you probably wouldn't miss anything because it's telling a story.
Yeah.
But like if I'm trying to take notes, or if I'm trying to like get something, like I remember with the whole like when screens started to get big and everything kind of went to like Kindle and that got super popular. There are a whole bunch of reports coming out saying like you don't retain the information the same when you read it on a screen. Like when your brain registers a screen, it registers it as temporary, swipe, go through really quick. But when you have the book in front of you, you just absorb it better. Like you absorb like 30% more or something like that. So
you think
it really depends.
Multiple senses.
You
got to touch.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably you touching the page, you're looking at it, and you're kind of seeing it in your head.
Yeah. Ma, he got a question for you.
Yeah. When you read, do you read in multiple voices? Do you change your voice in your head when you read?
Even when you're doing a story? Even when you're reading a story?
If I'm reading it to my kids.
Oh, yeah.
But
do you read out loud by yourself? Okay. I read out loud by myself.
I'll read it out loud if it's like if I'm reading like a academic kind of book, like when it like if it's some kind of like philosophy book, and I'm trying to like because some of them shits like especially the classics are written kind of in a difficult way. So I may feel a little slow doing it, but I may have to read the paragraph like, all right, hold on, what is this sentence saying? You
And I
know?
guess it's going what you're saying with the senses. When you're reading it out loud, you're hearing it too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So physically hearing it. Yeah.
You're feeling it more so.
Mhm.
You're feeling to all your senses.
Yeah, that was random. Book talk, nigga, we here.
Remember I sent you that picture a while ago? I was like, I had to share it with somebody. I had went to the bookstore um after hanging out with my wife for a little bit. So I was like, I was in a good. I was like, I'm gonna go out. I got hella books. I was like, I'm gonna share this with Maul. That's the only person I can share it with, really. So I took a picture of it and shit. I was like, look at these books. They still in the bag.
They still in the bag.
Yeah.
I gotta get another bookcase.
What's the last book you read?
I was reading The Bluest Eye with my daughter. I'm reading The Alchemist right now with Jaden. But I already read that one though. But that's a good book for him. Dude, I was about to read Will, and then the whole slap thing happened, and I was like, man, fuck him, man. But I was like, I ain't reading that shit. I don't care about your trauma. Fucking asshole. You gonna smack somebody. I don't care about your backstory. I was like, fuck out of here, man.
I don't care about your backstory.
Fuck Will, fucking two weird ass kids, like Emmett.
Yeah. I was disappointed, bro.
Yeah, it was more disappointing than anything, man. It really was.
Yeah.
On different layers, not even just it being Will. I mean, I guess it's a lot of it, but then the whole purpose of what it is. Well, we ain't got to dig right down that rabbit hole. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just disappointing.
Super.
Yeah.
Well, one.
Last book you read?
Black Man Handbook.
Okay. I read a weird ass book, and I don't know how it got suggested to me. It's through a podcast. And I think it's through the same podcast that gave me the book, the last book I read before. Some shit, this book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
That's the book.
That's the name of the title.
The author.
That's not the author's name. I can't think of the author's name. That's even funny. Yeah. But that's with the last word being seagull.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about a seagull.
Seagull.
Like a seagull, like a bird.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
like this seagull's name is
Jonathan Livingston. Yeah. The shit was the shit was interesting as fuck, man. It was
from the bird's eye view.
It's funny. So I guess fuck it. He was I guess he was tired of living a regular old bird life, regular old seagull life, just regular old flying, not doing, no cool shit, just going over there to the boat to go get some shit and come on back, getting the scraps that you get in the third. And he was like, fuck it, I'm trying to fly. So he started doing tricks in the third, long story short. When he started doing all that shit, the other birds outcast him. Well, that type of shit. Yeah, that type of shit. So he left. And he just got great at it. Like, real great. And he decided to come back. So when he came back, people were amazed at what he was doing. So every day, a new person would come to the point where he had almost going to school. And he changed the whole thing going on there. Then he had one dude named Fletcher that was like kind of his top student or whatever, you know what I mean? So like, well, I'm gonna leave. Fletcher's like, why? You don't need me. It's the third. So Fletcher started running the whole island or whatever, teaching all his new kids to learn how to fly, trying to learn how to fly or whatever. And it got to a point where they were asking all these questions out of admiration for what they heard about him. Like, is it true he has purple eyes? Like all this dumb shit. To the point where he was getting irritated with the way he answered. Longer story, a little bit shorter. It got to the point where they just were more amazed by what they heard about him instead of what he was saying was just doing. You know what I mean? Just fly. And then with him being so rude with his approach, they didn't even want to fly them. So to the point where both of them died. All the people from that flock, they died. So all the birds were just dumb, just doing what they used to do back in the day. But they would go back to this joint and they throw rocks on this mantle, saluting them. But then that got to the point where they don't even know why they used to do that. They used to throw the shiny in rocks. Now they just don't even. So it was just more about, I don't know where, at first it was about, just being yourself instead of the third. And then I found out that he wrote the fourth chapter, or the fourth part of it later on. So at first it ended with him saying I'm leaving. But then I guess I don't know why he threw the other, but it was the book was good, just coming from something you wouldn't expect, like just a book about Steve. That's what
I can see the moral of the story.
Yeah. And it wasn't a picture book, but every 4 or 5 pages had like this random picture book, so you kind of run through it often. You know what I mean? But yeah, that joke was definitely good. And it's funny because me in top 5. So it's in my top 5 books that I've read in my life. The last 2 books that I've read are in my top 5. Yeah, temporary. Yeah. You got a top 5 books? Favorite?
I don't know if I have a top 5. I know one of my a big influential book was the autobiography of Malcolm X. That was like something I got into. Like, yeah, that one.
Okay.
I got into that super early, and then I know The Alchemist is like a favorite, and then a couple philosophy books like Meditations. I think that's like Marcus Aurelius. There's Seneca, Letter to a Stoic. Another book that's really good is Viktor Frankl, A Man's Search for Meaning.
That's in the same vein as the Way of the Superior Man book that you suggested for me?
You can maybe say so.
Okay.
It's a lot of times you see it listed with like Stoic books. But
no, man, what's the definition of Stoic?
Stoic is Stoicism is a school of philosophy, pretty much. And a lot of times people use Stoic as to mean like without emotion, but that's not really what it means. That's how we use Stoic now to mean without emotion.
Yeah.
He was very stoic, meaning he was really reserved. He didn't express much. But Stoicism as a philosophy is really about controlling your emotions, not being ruled by your emotions. It's not about suppressing them. It's about having control over them. It's like not letting the outside world dictate your inside. Like there's this one quote that's like, this doesn't have to be a thing, and there's another one that's just like it's something about you allow stuff to affect you a certain way, like it really doesn't have to. So it's kind of about controlling it, so
that's the wave I'm on right now.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like it's hard. It's easy to quote all this shit. I can't do it. I was losing my shit at Target last night. You know what I'm saying?
Target would do it. I don't know what was going on, but Target would do it for you.
Dude, we were back to school shopping. My boy has been throwing tantrums all day. I was like tired and in a mood, and it was just like everything was getting to me. This black kid got on a microphone at Target and was singing this super obscene, ignorant song.
And it was just like the mic type shit?
Yeah, like a karaoke machine or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, that bothered me because he's like one of these Negroes that has like just an all white friend group. And I'm just like, bro. And I was
old faith.
Dude, so it was like hella stuff. And when I tell you, I've been doing so much self-work and trying to control certain things, man. It's easy to read this stuff and quote this shit and it sounds good, but if you can't do it, that's the whole don't speak your philosophy, embody it. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like struggling with and really working towards.
I think sometimes we want our steps to be in such large increments, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like we're not really giving ourselves slack for what we're trying to break 40-year-old curses almost. You know what I mean? Like we've been dealing with something our entire life. We're trying to turn it off because we know now it makes sense to not have to deal with this. You can't go
that and we in the instant gratification.
We've been influenced by it also.
Yes.
Yes, it do.
I need to see progress immediately.
Yeah, like I said, we can blame the kid because they want, but we are the we are the
go to the gym for 3 days and then come like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Happen that fast.
That's for real though. And talking about the gym, it's like high school kids are getting on steroids and shit now because it's like they trying to get bigger. I've heard a lot about it. Cats that are like 18, 19, 20, 21. They're doing like testosterone and they're doing tren. They're doing all of these SARMs, all of these anabolic substances, man. And it's like they're destroying their natural testosterone at like 21, 22. And it's supposed to be a process. Like I follow some bodybuilders that start to use performance enhancing stuff after they've spent like 25 years being natty, you know? So it's like they've exhausted their natural limits. Now they're trying to go beyond. But it's like it took them 25 years before they did that. And some cats are 30, 40 years old, completely natty, still big as hell, super strong, dance. And you got like 21-year-olds like trying to put on 20 pounds of muscle in a year. It's ridiculous. They killing themselves, dude. Yeah. Bodybuilders, the past 2 years, they've been dying like.
Oh, really?
Yep. Every couple months.
From what? Oh.
Steroids, man. It's growth hormones. Like this stuff messes with your liver, your kidneys, your organs, your natural testosterone.
Your heart.
Your heart, yeah, your cardiovascular. Like you can do and like the way like the Arnold era bodybuilders did steroids was in small ass doses. Like cats take like 20 times the doses now. Like legitimately 10 to 20 times the doses of what like an Arnold. Like Arnold in his heyday was maybe like 25, 50% bigger than what like a natural dude could be, you know? He wasn't crazy like a mass monster like now, but he was like beyond what a regular man could be, right? Cats now are like bodybuilding now is nasty to me. I don't like the physiques of the unnatural cats. Okay. It's like it's just too big. It's bulbous. They're hella round. Their stomachs got this turtle shell kind of look to it because their organs are enlarged now. It's like cats don't have slim stomachs like that. They got these big, thick ass midsections. Their organs are being enlarged.
You were into bodybuilding, like you were going to start getting into it, or what was going on? What you thinking about it or whatever?
It's just like the way I work out is like a bodybuilder style workout.
Okay.
So when I look online for like workouts and people to follow, it's like bodybuilders. I like the calisthenic stuff. Like, you know, like the bartenders and the cats that be doing the muscle ups and all of that shit. I don't do none of that. That fucking jump, man.
Yeah, shit all over, man.
Get out of here with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I like the calisthenics guys that do like the muscle ups and they can do the body weight explosive stuff. But I like bodybuilder style workouts.
Okay.
It's just kind of my shit.
Segue for us?
Not for that shit.
Y'all finishing up? Go ahead.
No, but that just goes into the whole thing about like people want stuff that's supposed to take a lifetime, like right now, like learning. All of this shit is supposed to be a journey and development, and over the course of 10 years you get better. And it's like if we don't fix our shit like now in 6 months, and it's
we're cheating ourselves out of the journey too.
Yeah, man. The journey is
cheating on the thing they faking.
Right.
That's funny, the whole fake it till you make it.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And all platforms.
Yeah, I had a DJ tell me, you gotta fake it till you make it. I don't agree with that, but
nah, man, because honestly, people do better when they honest.
Yeah.
You lose yourself when you faking.
Exactly, dude. And people with so many musicians and artists and shit now, and all the social media, people like somebody that they relate to, that feels honest, that feels vulnerable. I mean, as long as it's not like some fake shit, you know, but like when Kendrick Lamar came out, Kendrick Lamar wasn't rapping like anybody else. Like K-Dot wasn't rapping like anybody else. J. Cole was rapping on his regular life.
Regular shit. Yeah. Yeah.
And people gravitate towards that. You're always going to have a niche of people that gravitate towards, especially now. Like you really don't have to appeal to everybody. Like if you can appeal to certain people, then you good.
I think that would get a lot of our way as far as being an artist or whatever. Yeah, being a young MC or young rapper or whatever, like you're trying to appeal to everybody. And so you're trying to make a single. So just making a good song and that pops type shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I definitely fell into that bucket. I'm trying to make songs and trying to make singles or whatever. Like I said, after we made that song, White Flames, you know, motherfucking club went crazy when we did that joint. I was trying to make singles. After my DJ told me dollars make sense with the single, I was trying to make singles for like 2-3 years, bro.
That's your voice.
Yeah.
Be organic.
So my writing was different. You know what I mean? That took away. Then I got to the point where I was only writing to do songs. I wasn't just writing because I just got off work. We go back to that conversation we was having a couple of weeks ago. You know what I mean? You remember pay for? Did you ever do pay for? With a pay for ticket or ticket for shows or what we called it? Pay to perform. You never did them back in the day. We had sell tickets. You know what I'm talking about though? Did y'all have
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You want to get the ticket.
Yeah.
That was your payment.
Yeah. That's the same thing about it. What else? It wasn't even that many. It was like 10 or 15. And niggas like, I ain't doing no shit like that. Makes no sense. I mean, hindsight, think about it. It makes no sense for us to shun it or not want to do it or think that's something that we shouldn't have to do or want to do. Like it's building independence. You know what I mean? Like if you're smart and you can bring 10 people there, then you bring 40. Hopefully sooner or later you'll realize I don't need
to bringing that group of people in.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Wasn't nothing selling them the tickets beforehand.
It should point to you that damn, do I have fans? Like that's the first question you gotta ask. Hold up, do I have fans?
Yeah, that's probably when you learn you don't.
Yeah.
Because I sold these 10 to my family members. No nobody else.
Then you're talking like they know I ain't got no
They only
fans.
bought them because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I think that's something that niggas could have took differently, like approached it completely different. Like I said, once you get to like 20 and 25, you realize, oh, I don't really need to go through them. I can just go ahead and get my own business, start my own shit. Yeah, but you're not really thinking about that when you're young. You know what I mean?
Because like you said, you think like an artist. You're like, yo, this is what I do as an artist.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking, I'm an artist and a promoter. You're thinking, I'm just an artist. I just want to rap. I just want to make beats or whatever you're doing. Focus on this. So you're not focused on all the other aspects of what has to happen in order for you to be able to get on stage.
Have a music career.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, we don't ever be like, yo, I don't even have to be the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be the rapper. You in a group of niggas, nobody want to sell tickets. Everybody want to be the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's like, you are probably our best chance to get famous. You the rapper. I'll pump tickets, or I'll manage you, or I'll, you know what I'm saying? It's never that. Niggas always want to be frontman.
All right.
I gotta go, but I definitely want to talk about that next time, boy.
Well, that's kind of what you experienced out in Cali, or what?
Kinda. Just as far as trying to work with a bunch of different people that don't have the same goals, and me messing up because I'm not playing the leadership role right. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, goddamn.
I'm definitely here for that day because I got some. I'm pretty sure you got some too.
We all got
Hey, let's put that on and still talking about it.
Hell yeah. Definitely. I know my cousin Chauncey out in Cali, so he wanted to pull up Tuesday night for a convo.
All right.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, just put it in there.
All right, cool.
All right, well, yeah, this is NahmTalmBout. Hold on, what? This is NahmTalmBout.
Everybody do that shit, man. You gotta say it faster because you try to slow down.
You heard Del Marcy?
I'm talking about. I gotta say it fast so it just roll off the tongue. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I am all got it all.
Who's the OG?
It's your brother Ma, the other Ma.
We out, man.
Peace.
Appreciate you, yo.
Of course, man. Y'all have a good one.
We'll be right back. But real quick though, short stories ain't short though.
All this shit, for the most part, I was carrying their weight because I was working. For the most part, it was me and his dude named Butters and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a Stockton built dude, but we work with two fat motherfuckers. That ate and laughed and shit. Like, nigga, we packed these. All right, so let me tell you one story.
Hey, you gotta tell a joke?
Huh? And they was telling jokes?
No, and you got to jokes. They told jokes also.
No, they had all the jokes.
Oh, cool. All right, cool.
Most of my jokes come from me.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
they bring something to the thing. Yeah.
All right, so there's this nigga named King. We call him Kingfish and shit. You know what I'm saying? The nigga say, I used to play. He said I played for the basketball team over at TC Williams. Right at the same time they was doing remember the Titans? Mm-hmm. But the basketball team didn't get no motherfucking recognition. We went through the same shit they went through, but we didn't get no recognition. And I was on that team. And I was beast. Nigga, I was quick and hurry up. And he was balling up here, but he had these motherfucking long flowing over there, gray ass hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he had no teeth. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like we used to say, you got black. We used to say, nigga, you got 4 teeth, 2 in your mouth, 2 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga, and he would always say a joke and shit to get motherfucker flap his head and shit. So we in these people's house, right? We come in the house and we come in, how y'all doing? We hear the movie, y'all. We hear packing y'all shit. We was packing this time. So we was in there packing y'all shit. The lady was like, oh yeah, great, all right, wonderful. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? However y'all want to do it, however y'all want to take care of it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go pick up the kids from school or whatever. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? She was like, help yourselves to anything in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Anything, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want, right? So old dude looked at me and was like, shit, what pot? And then the lady said, huh? Excuse me? He said, I said, what pot? She said, I don't understand what you mean. He said, that's what I'm saying. What pot you don't understand? You got to the kitchen. I'm about to tell you what it is. Watch when you come back. I'm going to ask them, you got kids with you? How many kids you got? She was like, there's 2 of them. She was like, wait till you come back. Niggas went in their kitchen, packed their kitchen, hooked up a motherfucking lunch for everybody.
The kids took them
home. They come home, took some lunch. This nigga hooked up motherfucking food for everybody, hooked it up out the shit in her motherfucking, the shit in her house. Yeah. She came in the house and was like, oh my God, it smells so delicious.
We're cooking.
Yes, he cooked. He grabbed ingredients from her kitchen. Listen, from her.
This nigga made lunch we
walked in, this nigga grabbed ingredients. Nigga, he went in everything. He packing the shit and he cooked it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Went in
he packing what you don't need.
He packing the shit, you don't need. And this is her ingredients. He went from cabinet to cabinet to refrigerator. And he hooked up a fucking meal for everybody. The 4 of us and her and the 2 kids. Them 3. You know what I'm saying? Hooked up a whole. She walked in the house. She like, oh my God, it smells so good in here. What did you guys order? This nigga looked at her and said, what fuck? She said, what you mean, what fuck? He said, what fuck, you don't understand. This all your stuff. Like, I didn't even know I had this type of shit in my house. I would have never thought to make this type of shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and she, oh my God, this is so, oh my God, you're going to have to give me a recipe. He was like, what fuck? You know what I'm saying? What fuck, you don't understand? I mean, you don't have no recipes, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's funny and shit. Like, man, look, bro.
That's crazy. That's what you mean,
that's what about you don't understand? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's what let me put something over there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What about you don't understand? I was like, oh, this is, yeah, bro. And
just a reminder, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday, though. Now I'm talking about. Now back to the show.
I don't like talking about, I guess, not girl issues, but I guess from the girl's point of view, without a girl's point of view. Like, using the girl's point of view to start a conversation was quickly go away from the girl's point of view.
It's not going to last.
Yeah, and then we end up blaming. I do hear that a lot.
It is their fault. Apple.
Shit. And they would say everything is bigger for
Apple. It's been their fault since. That's what I said. That's the fucking book everybody going by. It's been their fault since. You know what I'm saying? She get the goddamn apple. And they've been wrong ever. That's why they believe us. Gotta be reminded. I'm fucked up. Yeah. Why else you got to motherfucking bleed us a month? Because you fucked up.
Why you get punished like that?
Yeah, why you get punished like that? Because y'all fucked up. It's all y'all fault. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a blessing if you don't want to get burned. You gotta make sure that bitch clean.
Yeah, you gotta clean it up. Yeah, it's a cleansing system. But we're not going with that. We're going with the other one. I like my way better. It's their fault. All this shit. You niggas that type G's and purchase this shit, it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting all high, shooting, killing. Every death behind a woman. Every war behind a woman. All that shit is their fault. Woman involved. Shit. You can't. Because you know it's a woman's fault for everything. Shit, even Achilles, he's the greatest motherfucking hero. You know Achilles was black.
Achilles?
Yeah, supposed to be a black man. You know Medusa was black.
No.
You didn't know Medusa was black. Yeah, the snakes was great.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I did.
They still all our stories in turn.
So was that basically Greek mythology?
Yeah, stolen African Egyptian mythology. Yeah, all that shit. Motherfucking the Viking shit, all that shit. Everything comes from us. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is whitewashed. That's why whitewash is word. All that shit is whitewashed.
It means one thing.
Yeah, they take some shit and turn it white. You know what I'm saying? Just like the man who fucking Fidel Castro whitewash. Fidel Castro, everybody get whitewashed because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Fucking movie guys in Egypt wasn't a nigga in the motherfucker.
Yeah, what's not wrong?
How the fuck do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Nah, bro. I could accept if y'all had a motherfucking, like, what's the old girl from the Duvet? You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Duvet? What's that name?
Do
Do you?
Yeah, that would do that, do you? I don't know. About to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't even know what that. Fuck y'all, I hear that shit all the time, all the time. Spitting the food, and I break it out. It's motherfucking man. See, it's always women fault. Always women fault. Everything is women.
Oh, man.
Too many of them know that.
That what is the most amazing thing in the world?
Yeah, that's why they carry it. That's why you. Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, too many of them don't.
Your face when Shawty said black women are the most undesired women. Statistically, they are though.
No, I don't see that. I don't see how that.
I mean, well, statistically,
Maybe your features. But
no, they're the least dated, they're the least married, that type. That's what she meant by that.
But that's their fault. But that's their fault. Because you can't be how can you not be the most desired? Every woman wants your lips, your hips, your fingertips, your head, not your hair.
I thought you were saying not your fingertips.
They want your lips, your hips. You know what I'm saying? They want your lips, your hips, your tits, and your ass. You know what I'm saying? They want your figure. They just don't. It's just the complexion they fuck with it because it's a privilege to come with their life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's. You know what I mean?
But they admire the beauty of the skin.
Yeah, it's the beauty. Yeah, because that's why they tan so hard. You know what I'm saying? They want to be black women. Black women don't know that they're the most amazing things on the planet. That's what.
It's our fault because we don't let them know enough.
Nah, I think
you like bitches and hoes.
What is they allowing that shit? It's their fault. That's my story. I'm thinking too. Shit, it's their fault. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I think you can't take it to you. But that's their fault. But it might be, I don't know, bro. Because, I mean, you tell them motherfuckers, maybe they hear it too much. Don't believe it.
What's so much?
You so beautiful. You so, maybe it's the way we do it. I don't know. You feeling like, you can tell them motherfuckers beautiful every day. It's always somebody from the outside that thinks. Need validation. Same shit always.
What that?
Men do it for women, women do it for the same shit. They don't give a fuck what we say. They need them to say it. They gotta come to these games. They gotta show up the more WNBA games. That's what's gotta happen. It's their fault. Women's fault. Always their fault. Right?
You realize one of your own sayings though?
It's women's fault. Right? It's fucking women's fault. Man.
Oh man. It's so funny because the whole reason I started, it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm done with bashing women. I was like, but don't we be going at dudes too? But then I was like, kind of we started watching, we was going at Britney, something else, Beyonce. Like, God damn. And it's funny because this time she didn't let me know. I just thought about, I guess I thought she was born to let me know. So I thought about like, what I guess we get on niggas about the ignorant shit, but I forgot who said it. I forgot how I read it. Niggas don't worry about niggas that believe. Niggas don't worry about people that they think are believe. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how we treat the people that are doing the stuff to the woman that we're blaming them for are people that we look at as being beneath us, so we don't understand why you're dealing with them. Yeah. So it goes back to us blaming you. But it's like, you're like, why don't you say something to them? Like, for one, it's already been said, and we don't understand why do we need, why is that the question? Why are you fucking with a nigga that needs to have that said to them?
And that's why I blame them. Because you fucking with that nigga.
That's funny, because I'm starting that whole statement trying to remind myself that you don't be bad. We're not bad.
You fuck with that black ass nigga.
And it's funny because we get on the nigga for the same thing. And we get on the nigga for fucking with
being whack because he's fucking whack. Fuck that whack ass nigga.
But we get on the nigga for fucking with the incorrect girl.
No, we don't.
We don't. If we knew she was in the streets and you still wanted to wife her, niggas be like, I told you. Like, niggas are clowns. Yeah. Niggas keep it 100 with you. Yeah. James Franco playing Fidel Castro.
White people be white people. White people be white people, man. White people be white people. You can't tell me this now. You could have got the dude who was motherfucking the Spanish dude from Ant-Man. He could have been Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
But you get James Franco? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'll never watch that shit. I'm not watching that shit. Fuck a Spanish dude can't. It's like these motherfuckers. That's why I don't want Hollywood to do their Mansa Musa movie. It's
it gotta be one of us.
Juicy Smooth, yeah, he gonna be the motherfucker. He gonna be.
Is that something that's in the talks or what?
Yeah. What's his name supposed to be doing? Michael B. Jordan and Coogler. It's supposed to be doing the Mansa Musa joint. Yeah.
Damn, I haven't heard nothing about that. That's dope.
Of course not.
Yeah, I know that's the part that's.
You know why Irish Americans could say, "Oh, I'm Irish with pride," because Ireland is powerful. France is powerful. Germany, even with its dark history, is powerful. Someone will say to you with pride, "I'm a German American." Then you ask a black person, "Where are you from?" Half of them don't want nothing to do with Chicago, Brooklyn,
that part of town, proud.
Everywhere but where they from.
Okay, Southside.
Yeah, Southside niggas don't own a motherfucking thing there.
Yeah, Southside did it though. But I mean, and this is what I'm talking about, the thought process.
That's Marcus Garvey, like, right?
Yeah, if Africa was a global power, would you be ashamed to say, "Oh, I'm picking up my family and I'm taking my family out of the hood in Chicago and I'm moving them to Ghana"? You wouldn't, because your motherland is a place of power.
Look at this nigga with the sun.
You know what I'm saying? I always went around with Cali in the face. Palm trees.
Y'all got sun? You act like there's no sun in Virginia.
It ain't like that.
You ain't say that about the palm trees.
This shit torturous.
We ain't no palm trees
like magnifying glass. That shit out there look like.
Your regular trees is like palm trees to our regular trees.
Yeah. Palm trees.
What's up with you?
Them azaleas need some spruce.
You stupid.